The weather tomorrow will be hot and we will praise the Lord's return.
So be sure to call 1-800-SCAM-YOU now. We're now tuning into the BNP Podcast. Welcome to another episode of the Bits and Pieces Podcast. I am your host, Nick, joined with my co-hosts,
Gus,
Isaac,
and today we have two guests,
Alejandro,
and Jose.
And so we are here joining you once again. Last time we did a podcast like this, we also had a hangout party get-together. It was semi-lame but semi-cool right after, so we're doing this right before, the same thing. No specific occasion, we're just going to hang out. So that's dating this podcast for our friends. But anyway, how have you guys been this week? Or past 2 weeks? Last time I seen everybody.
It's been very hot. SoCal.
It's been pretty hot.
And yeah, beautiful
Very busy.
SoCal weather. Beautiful sunny days.
Yeah, beautiful sunny days.
forest
100 weather.
fires.
Oh,
Beautiful
yeah.
forest fires.
You can smell the ash from over here.
Yeah,
It was falling on
there
my
was
phone
ash
the
on
other
my
day.
there was ash on my car, which is not cool.
But you
know,
get those
shit
like
happens.
really cool sunsets though because of it. You know, like
It is
the
very
red
all those
Like,
reds and stuff.
Did
yeah.
you guys wake up like
Is that just someone's like bass?
That's a dump truck.
Oh. I forgot we need good light.
It's all improv, guys.
Time to start all over.
Keep it, dude. It keeps it real.
Yeah, so did you guys wake up that one day to find everything was smoky? Like
Well,
There was
everything's smoky.
What was it?
It's always smoking in my life. No, there's just one day, like I just smelled fire, and it was in my room. I was like, why does it smell like fire? But I have a neighbor who burns firewood, so I was used to it, but it just smelled different. And then I looked it up, and there was like a fire, I think in Ontario or something.
What day was it?
I want to say it was like a Thursday or something.
Okay.
But
Yeah, because I don't think I remember forest fire, but I could have been cutting my grass at that time.
yeah, so
Yeah, so I was like, oh, I smell like grass.
Why does my grass smell like fire?
This isn't.
There's
this is
fire
great.
starting there.
So it's literally California's literally on fire right now. So
It's literally lit.
literally.
Yeah,
Literally.
California's burning, unfortunately.
there's parts of California where like you can just see the scorch marks from space.
What was the
From-
scorched
yeah.
earth policy about? Isaac, scorched earth policy?
Scorched earth policy? You mean like burning the land and salting the earth?
Yeah, what was that about?
Oh, man.
Like armies and stuff. So like if you wanted to retreat but not leave anything for the enemy to be able to use against you, you would like burn crops and then salt the land. That way nothing could grow there again.
Weren't they
So,
like
yeah,
also
it's pretty
slaughter
much it.
animals too? So like
Yeah.
they couldn't. Yeah.
They would also salt that too.
salt the.
Yeah,
It's
they
just
would
jerky.
salt
It's
that,
just
make
jerky at the
jerky,
point.
Yeah. Yeah, they would make some jerky, you know.
Oh gosh, yeah, but that's a scorched earth.
Oh, okay. Alright. Once again, we are the Bits and Pieces Podcast, and normally we bring you WTF headlines, but I wanted to mix it up a little bit, also because I made kind of a cool like video intro to it, and I also made a cool audio intro to Shower Thoughts last week.
So we got to use that.
Yeah, I spent a lot of time on it. We gotta
It's
use it.
essential that we.
Yeah, it's okay. It's not the greatest thing I've ever made, but it's okay.
It's something to be proud
But
of.
the audio one I'm proud of.
How
It's
many
kinda cool.
how many Isaacs out of 10 would you give it?
I would give it 6 Isaacs out of 10. So
It's modest.
above
That's pretty
Respectable.
modest. Yeah, it's
it's,
modest.
yeah, it's above average.
The BNP Podcast presents Shower Thoughts from Reddit.
Anyway,
I'm not sure how I feel about being used as a rating scale.
it'll be fine.
should
You'll
be
get
honored.
used to it.
Yeah, all right.
So shower thoughts. Last week, me and Rudy did shower thoughts from Reddit. The
What-
video podcast is not up yet as of this recording, but it will be. It's done. It's just not uploaded.
What are shower thoughts? Like, what does it apply?
Okay, so shower thoughts. We will use the Reddit definition.
Okay.
A shower thought is a loose term that applies to any thought you might have while carrying out a routine task like showering, driving, and/or daydreaming. Please be respectful of other submissions. So, shower
just-
thought is just kind of like a daydream, like, oh man, I've never thought of this before.
I like number 2.
Just kind of like an idea that just pops in your head. It's like,
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah,
okay.
one of those things.
It's like, what if?
So,
I like number 4.
Yeah, that Greek mythology.
we'll
one.
use
Oh,
this.
gosh.
Do you guys see my cursor?
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll use this one up here last to coincide with our main topic.
Look at,
Yeah,
look at
so-
those upvotes though.
Those upvotes are like quite a bit.
mythology is good. But not
Ooh,
real.
yeah, I like that one. All right.
Yeah, see.
Greek mythology is good, but not real. Greek economy is real, but not good. Greek yogurt is real good.
Is it possible to get a random like thread from this subreddit?
Ooh,
Maybe we could just do that and
Let's
just
see,
shoot in the
let's see,
dark.
let's see.
That'd be nice.
Like a way to randomize it or something?
Yeah, like because
Can
I know
we
you
do
can get like
that?
a random if you go through like the main Reddit, just
don't know
homepage. You
if
can
you
hit
can
like a
do that.
random. It'll take you to a random subreddit, and I think also to a random, I guess, if you want to call it article.
I don't know if it'll do that. I think maybe if I click search and then limit my search to shower thoughts.
If not, it's cool.
I don't think so. I mean, I can click a random letter and then push enter. See what happens.
Q.
Or we could just go from the front.
I'm feeling lucky.
Yeah, where's the?
Yeah.
Z.
This is interesting. We will only pay a few dollars for cow meat, but we will pay hundreds of dollars for a cow skin.
Meaning the leather.
Yeah.
Yep.
So like that new Versace bag or whatever is like thousands
It's
of
way
dollars.
more. Yeah. way
Well,
more
the
expensive.
process of tanning leather over just like cutting it up is totally different.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, but you could argue the same thing about like
like the
preparing a good
craftsmanship.
steak.
That's true.
Yeah, but when you buy the meat, you're not
Dang.
paying for the steak prepared because if you were, yeah, a good steak can be up to like $100 or more.
Yeah,
but
like-
you're literally paying for the meat, so you're paying for like the least amount of work. You know what I mean?
Right.
I mean, there's a lot of work still involved in like butchering the meat, but you aren't paying for a prepared. Yeah, so like Alejandro said, if you were just paying for cut up pieces of leather, it would be a lot cheaper than just paying for like a fully prepared fucking jacket.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, I think it also depends on like what type of beef you're getting because like there's those like slices of like slabs most likely of beef that you can buy like from Japan, Kobe beef, Yonezawa beef. So like those are
That's why
ridiculously
they massage
expensive.
the cows, right? And feed them
Well,
beer.
I
Blame
think
me.
it's more having to
cows are
do
happy.
with the fat ratio that's in the meat because it's supposed to like
Yeah, the marbling and
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
It's good. It's good meat.
Yeah. If we were to price everything by the way it's prepared, it would be pretty expensive. Like if you get ribs, usually what 12 to 24 hours sometimes, depending on how the what is it?
How they're
Fire pit
smoked.
master does it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I think ribs was one of those things that people never really ate, and then so I think it was more like a slavery thing. Where
Yeah.
they prepared the ribs
Some
because
soul
like
food.
yeah,
because
because like
they were-
the white people was like the ribs. There's like it's too much
There's no-
work.
yeah, there's too much work and there's like no meat on them is essentially what their thing was.
Yeah, like meatballs were like for
And
the
look at 'em
poor and
now.
everything like that.
Yeah, look at
It's
them
like, like this is like the best thing ever.
So some of the comments say there's a lot less skin on a cow than there is meat. I was also going to say it needs to be cured, unlike meat. So that is the cost of sanitation required for meat that nearly balances that out. So yeah, it's kind of like what Alejandro was saying.
Does
Yeah, that's
the
interesting.
quality
You know-
of the cow's growth matter? Because like if you have like big farm
Yes.
cows, they'll have shittier meat. But
Yeah.
Does that apply to their skin too and the leathering?
To the leather, I think so because a lot of like legit like leather places tell you exactly which cow it came from. Like not which cow, but you know what I mean, like which farm
How it was
the
raised
cow
and
came from.
stuff,
Yes,
yeah.
how the cow was raised. So I don't know if like I don't know about changing the quality,
So,
but I know
yeah.
people care about where
What do
it
they
came
do
from.
with like I guess those lesser cows' skin? If you want to word it like that.
Well, I guess
go and
use it
simply
for
make
those like
handbags.
cheap gloves that you buy at Home Depot or Lowe's. or
Yeah,
whatever.
that's true.
Yeah,
They're still
okay.
leather, but there's not higher quality leather.
You're not just gonna make a really nice leather jacket out of it,
Yeah.
but you can make some really crappy gloves out of them.
And a crappy
Also,
burger.
as a side note, it would be cheaper to buy goat meat in the long run as far as sustainability goes because
we can't keep doing what we're doing with the cows and chickens.
because cows like take up a lot more water than just about any other animal.
You know what's funny is like my favorite type of food is Indian food, and like one of my favorite things to eat is their like goat curry. I was
Oh,
like,
gosh.
goat tastes really good.
Like goat uses less water to grow, and that sounds funny.
Sounds like a crop, yeah.
yeah, but like sustainably, they're better as far as animals go.
Pretty tasty too.
yeah,
Just slightly gamey.
I mean, I kind of like the game.
Yeah,
too.
but you know,
it's always good.
It's an acquired taste.
Yeah, but what if you want that big old steak, that like 5-pound steak? Where are you going to get that on the goat?
Like
Texas T-bone steak.
like Fred Flintstone's T-Rex steak.
well, I mean, there's different type of goats, right?
Oh, yeah.
You can get like one of those like big mountain type goats.
Or you can get the fainting goats.
Pygmy goats.
Pig meat.
So think about this one. There are only 2 days in your lifetime that aren't 24 hours long.
That's like what?
Your birthday, the day you were born, and the day you died. However, that's
What about
no. The way I see how this person's logic is working, they're saying if your day starts on 1 o'clock, you always calculate your 24 hours by that 1 p.m., right?
Right.
But I mean, like, what if everyone's day was supposed to start at midnight?
What about like daylight savings? Does that count?
Well, I mean, this is also like really weird because technically time's constantly changing, so it's like never the same.
Yeah.
What if you die at exactly 24
exactly.
hours? Not exactly 24
But
hours.
like the same time you were
Yeah.
born. Yeah.
Like if I remember correctly, in about 500 years or something, we're supposed to have like a completely like extra hour.
Oh yeah,
That's
I've
cool.
seen stuff
Can you
about
imagine
that.
having 25 hours a day, dude?
And they're thinking about like it's probably going to accelerate because of global warming. And you probably don't get why, do you?
No, I don't, because global warming shouldn't affect the way the space-time continuum works since it's isolated to our fucking Earth.
Yeah, but you see, we calculate time based on our planet. 24 hours a day.
Okay,
A day
so
being
I
the
still
full
don't
rotation
understand
of the
how that-
Earth. But you see, when the water from the polar ice caps melts, the centripetal force of the water as the Earth turns tends to go to the meridian. So because the Earth's starting to get a little wider from all that water accumulating near the equator,
Okay.
it takes longer for the Earth to spin, or yeah, I guess to make a full rotation. So it adds time.
Huh. Interesting.
Weight distribution. It's important.
The Earth's gonna get thick.
No one
Don't shame.
No one pointed that out. Isaac, you should get on Reddit right now.
It's too much of a hassle.
You can get Reddit gold. Don't you want that gold, that karma?
Reddit, you'd probably earn Reddit gold right now.
No, just lurk. You know, that's like the best thing you can do.
That's what I do.
What about the solstice?
Yeah.
I don't know what else you can say about this.
Yeah. Interesting. I just thought that was
I like the shower drain at the bottom of this Reddit though.
Oh, it looked like a little like kiddie pool to me.
That's,
But a shower drain makes
yeah,
more
sorry,
sense.
let's do 2 more before our, that other one. That's the classic
Look at that
one.
last one though.
When characters in a cartoon or anime watch TV, it's impossible to know if the show itself is animated or live action. Interesting. Now, I don't know. What if it was just in a different like art style than the actual show was?
That would make more sense. Or
That
what
would
if
make it, like,
they
animated, right,
actually
to them?
put like real life live action
In
for
a
their
cartoon.
live action?
Oh, what like SpongeBob does?
Yeah.
When
Yeah.
SpongeBob has like the actual hand and shit. Yeah.
No, but for him, that's not real live action.
No, that would be like
that's
an animated.
like yeah.
I would just think if it's anything other than the art style that you're watching the show in. So like if you're watching a show that's like Naruto animation, right? Like it looks just like it. Naruto is watching TV,
Like the
and
third
Naruto is
child
watching
comic?
Dragon Ball Z. Or
It
Naruto
could be more
is watching,
confusing
like-
if they like had the same art style and then they imagine themselves into the cartoon,
Oh yeah.
and then you're like,
That
"What's
would-
going on?"
That would cause a
Like
problem.
the third child comment there.
What does it say?
Ed, Ed and Eddie, or down another one.
No, that
Wasn't it always sock puppets?
Yeah. It was always sock puppets or painted fish. The fishbowl too. Yeah, that's true. I think they were watching like Animal Planet or something, Discovery Channel.
No, wasn't it just like
Oh,
fish
here
on
we yeah.
sticks?
Yeah, this is what the person said. Yeah, this is what I was thinking when they used the same art style to get his live action, but the art style was more basic or looked like a child drew it as like animation. Okay. Yeah, if they show different. I got the impression of that's how Terrence and Phillips started out in South Park, and then the joke just got extended to be a depiction of Canadians when they became real characters in the show's world. That's true.
Why? Because Canadians aren't real people.
They don't exist.
Canada is not even real, dude. Have you guys been getting those ads lately where it's like try out Canada or test drive Canada or something like that? It's like this Asian lady, like for Air Canada. She works for Air Canada, and it's like telling you to like book a flight to Canada so you can test it out.
I've seen stuff for like Las
before you
Vegas
buy.
or something, but not
I still
Canada.
get California even though I live in freaking California.
What's Trump gonna do?
California's pretty big though.
Canada.
But I've been.
He's not going to do anything about Canada.
He's gonna build another wall. That's what you got to do.
No, he's gonna make a pathway for them because they're a little lighter skinned.
They're white.
Yeah.
But like when they do that travel,
Not the
platform,
black
I think
Canadians,
it's
though.
mostly
Black
Southern
Canadians.
California. I was like, okay,
don't talk about
I live
those.
Here. I've been to North a few times, but I was like, yeah, you guys should be talking about more about North.
You've been eyeballing that one, so you should just click it.
I know. Okay. Rio's pollution and water contamination, coupled with the fact that the world's strongest and fastest human beings have convened there, makes for a terrifying zombie apocalypse scenario.
Oh gosh, that's hilarious.
Click on that one. So this will bring us into our main topic, but yeah. So think about it. What if Zika, Zika and the shit virus and all the other stuff that Rio has,
you mean?
Huh?
No,
The shit- no, the
the
shit
shit
virus.
virus, combined, and had a baby, and then that became a zombie virus, right? They created zombies. You have the best humanity has to offer.
Also, they're all playing Pokemon Go. So if they see a Pokemon, they're gonna hoard to that spot.
Exactly. Really, actually,
Does Brazil have Pokemon Go?
That's a good question,
they
actually.
should. They have Pokemon Go, but not correct running water. So priorities are in order there. Now, but think about this. So, let's extend that out a little bit. Pokemon Go convenes people to big areas now, right? Even more than ever.
Oh, gosh.
Biological attacks are more viable than they ever were before. They were viable before, but think about it. You would have to wait for something for a lot of people, a shit ton of people to convene in one spot.
This reminds
Now you can
me.
sit in
just
Central
started
Park.
hang out and there's a hangout downtown Riverside.
Have you heard of that preacher that was talking about how Pokemon Go is a terrorist trap?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
talked about it on the podcast.
Oh gosh.
It was funny. He was it's a recruitment effort for ISIS.
No, he was saying that it was cyber demons.
Yeah.
And that it was
Yeah.
Cyber demons.
It's all the same.
Watch out
yeah.
for those cyber demons
The
surfing the
cyber
web.
demons, dude. Yeah, it was crazy.
I think he's playing too much Doom.
Yeah, I think he was playing a little too much Doom.
Oh,
You guys seen the
gosh.
new Doom?
It looks good.
It looks
I played a little bit. It's fun.
Is it fun?
I
Yeah,
played
it's
beta
good.
too.
I liked
Try
it.
it.
Awesome.
Never
I remember
did,
playing the Elton. That was
never
fun.
did play any of them.
Mm-mm.
I think I played a port, or not a port, a emulation of an early one. Very briefly, but
Yeah, I used to
They're
play
pretty
those
hard.
older games.
I think some guy managed to get the original Doom running on a toaster or something.
dude, I think they got it on a ATM once, too.
Oh,
And-
Doom, yeah.
Yeah, there's just I think there's a community to try to run Doom on literally
Everything.
literally everything.
A refrigerator.
Yeah, on the little ones.
You
that
know
have the
those
TVs?
with the TVs? I'm sure
Yeah.
they've tried to do it on those. Yeah.
Oh my god. That would
Oh,
actually
wait,
be pretty cool.
wait.
I don't ever have to get up.
Running Doom on a printer.
Hey, go for it, man. Do it.
I gotta
Do
see
you have to
this.
print each frame?
I
Does your printer have to print 60 frames a second?
I don't know. I gotta see this shit now.
It's gonna be worse.
Or
than
is
a
it,
3D printer.
it's probably just a printer with a screen
Oh,
on
okay.
it.
Hold on. I got.
Oh no
Oh my
way!
God.
Yeah.
I got bullshit.
It's a little screen on the freaking printer.
Oh geez.
Just gotta
Rats.
open YouTube. Hold on. I call bullshit.
Of it running?
Are you a non-believer?
I am.
What? I can't
Oh,
even
gosh.
watch it.
Oh wait.
But I love that theme, dude. It's just so good.
What?
There it is.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
jeez.
It's
can
like
make
on
it
the.
so awful.
Don't you ever print one?
It has
Podcast?
pretty
Yeah, I
smooth
do.
frame rate, honestly.
I don't know either.
I can edit that to make it look like I just put a video on top of the
Hacked.
screen.
A Canon kicks my printer
But can you
with modified
emulate-
firmware from the internet to run the classic 90s computer game. Oh shit.
Can you
Seems
can you
legit.
emulate the camera shake though?
Yeah, you probably
Oh my
do
God.
that.
Wait, what's an oscilloscope?
Not a clue.
Isn't it? I can't remember if that's a rotoscope. It's like you-
Rotoscoping is a method of filming, isn't it? Like how they made special
Yeah,
effects.
it's. I can't remember correctly, but it's supposed to be this kind of Ferris wheel looking thing. You look through it, and it has these pictures. and-
Oh, okay.
No, that's something else. That's a zoetrope, right?
it just
Like
came
it
up.
has little pictures inside. When you spin it, it makes them move.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a zoetrope, I believe.
Okay, so
What is
no,
happening?
okay. Rotoscoping, if I remember correctly, is the process of capturing live action, then tracing over it to make animation.
Mm.
That's how you make lightsabers. That's how they made lightsabers back in the day, dude.
Didn't
Okay.
they just put strobe lights?
Hold on, check this out.
Wow.
That's pretty legit.
That's
What?
pretty cool, actually.
That kind of looks like a Pip-Boy.
Yeah, I was thinking that too when I first saw it.
They've got to make a mod for Fallout that lets you play Doom.
The rendering
on
is
your-
done via a laptop, and the scope shows the generated audio signal as two-dimensional vector graphics.
That's
That's
not
cool.
bad. That's actually really cool.
That is pretty neat.
Make an indie game based off of that.
No shit.
Okay, so that's the original.
Yeah, that's really cool. Okay. Well,
Time to do a speed run.
Imagine you had shown that to
man.
whatchamacallit, a Navy or like an Air Force person in whatchamacallit, World War II or something, they'd totally be tripped out.
Do you guys remember that little?
They'd arrest you.
They'd arrest you?
Did you guys ever play Black
They
Ops
capture
1?
you and like make
Well,
you,
yeah,
Like
I
Ops
believe so.
Like,
One?
tell us the
No.
secrets.
yeah,
For,
that's what happened.
What is it for Nuketown? If you shoot off all the heads under a certain amount of time,
Uh-huh.
if you go to the main sign where it says Nuketown, you can play like Atari games on there, like
Oh, that's cool.
Pitfall
Oh, that's
or
pretty
some
cool.
other ones.
Wasn't there like one for the newer one? If you shoot off their heads, they like multiply and they start like cornering you or something every time you turn around.
I think so.
Or they get closer. No, they like all the mannequins that are there. They'll
Like move
So
towards
a la
you.
Doctor
so,
Who?
Yeah, so if you're not looking, they'll get a little closer to you, and then I think if they're like too close, they'll start like damaging you and stuff.
Well, it's like that
Never take your eyes
Five
off.
Nights at
pretty
Freddy's
much.
thing where you're playing with the little claptrap, whatever, not claptrap, but whatever the thing's called.
I think The Witcher has
Let's
the
see.
same kind of Easter egg.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Fucking
kinda
ads,
creepy, too.
bro.
Yeah.
Alright. So, that previous topic moves us into our main topic for this week. So the Olympics are coming up. They actually start this Friday. Hopefully this episode should be up by Thursday. So right before the Olympics. So in Rio, Brazil is not the best country in its
It's-
city centers.
It's like barely a country.
It's barely a country.
Dang, shots fired.
Fuck,
For
Isaac,
real.
Jesus, dude.
You're gonna have all your Brazilian
On the
fans
Isaac
are gonna
scale,
be
like how much of it is a country?
Like
How many Isaacs?
How
out
many
of 10?
Isaacs out of 10?
like maybe 2.
Two Isaacs
Isaacs.
out of 10. Jesus, dude.
That's the lowest rating that's ever been given on the Isaac scale.
Yeah. God damn, dude. I don't even think Mexico's that low on the scale.
It is beautiful though.
I have spent time in Mexico. It's nice.
You've
but-
seen Rudy's snaps, right?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not even close to that scale.
Yeah.
He hasn't gotten shot yet. He hasn't gotten mugged yet, dude.
And
He's
the
fucking
water you can
fine.
actually drink most of the time.
The secret
You gotta
is
be careful,
You
yeah.
gotta go to the right parts. That's the
Yeah.
secret.
Yeah.
Like I go to the Baja California area, like Loreto and Los Cabos.
Okay.
Those are really nice.
Spent time in Culiacan.
The secret is if they accept dollar bills there, you know it's a nicer place.
They accept dollar bills.
Yeah.
in
Everywhere
Yeah, dude.
almost,
Yeah.
except Europe.
Greece accepts dollar bills. They're like, fuck it, give me that dollar.
They need what they can get.
Well, it's because they don't trust their banks there. And it's specifically in Greece. Anyway.
I mean, look what they did.
Huh?
I'm just kidding.
Oh, yeah.
They do.
So, Brazil sucks. The
Unfortunately.
water sucks. The plumbing sucks. The
Doesn't
hospitals
comedy suck too?
Yeah.
Comedy?
Yeah, the comedy sucks.
Yeah,
too,
the comedy sucks.
What about
too.
the culture?
I'm sure the culture's great.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, it depends on where you're.
pretty much, Rio is a shithole and should not be hosting the Olympics.
It's where Olympians go to die.
Yeah, there's multiple issues as to why. First and foremost, Zika. Everybody knows
Scary.
about Zika.
Yeah.
It's like the first thing.
Yeah, the Zika was the first thing. When Zika broke out, I immediately, like back a couple months ago, I immediately thought like, oh, they're not going to host the Olympics. There's no way. Oh, sure enough, that didn't stop them.
Well, like Zika itself isn't that bad.
No.
It's just what happens to a
So, like,
developing
a
fetus.
developing fetus. Yeah.
And
I
then
got the safety stuff. Like just the first few lines I read off of it is just crazy.
The first and most
But I kinda
consistent
knew that
issue is the Zika virus, which is suspected of causing birth defects and has declared, innocent until proven guilty. Thanks, Zika. Suspected of
oh yeah,
because
because they can't. I don't think they can actually like prove that.
No,
it's
they
Zika.
can't link it. Well, mainly because like that area of the world has so many problems. It could be literally just something else. But anyway, it has been declared a global public health emergency by the World Health Organization. Some athletes have decided the Olympics were too important to miss and took precautions which may or may not involve frozen sperm. Other athletes simply withdrew from the Olympics due to the Zika concern, despite the CEO of the Olympics Committee stating that the virus was not among his top 10 concerns from the game. What are his top 10
So
concerns?
his
Yeah, what are
top
his top-
10 concerns probably includes like the favela gangs or whatnot. Like you're more likely to get shot than you are
It's probably
probably to
something
get
else,
killed
like
by.
something stupid.
Dress up as a cocktail. for sure.
Safety. 2 members of the Australian Paralympic team were...
Robbed.
Is it because they didn't run fast enough or what?
They're on a chair and they couldn't do anything.
Maybe
they're
they
going
just
uphill.
got mugged like on their way back from the bar or something.
You know, they're wearing their nice track suits.
Sure.
They're
They got
standing
the
out.
tracksuit stolen.
The foreigners are easy to rob.
They're having a chicky Nando.
A New Zealand athlete was reportedly kidnapped and robbed by police.
Oh man.
Human body parts washed up on shore near one of the beach volleyball sites. All this in a year where Rio has experienced a huge uptake in police-related deaths and street muggings. Luckily, there won't be thousands of drunk foreigners walking around the streets every night.
Yeah.
Huh?
Most of this stuff is
Sarcasm.
probably like been
Golfers.
around for a while, but there's some crazy
Oh
stuff.
gosh.
Golf will be played at the Olympics for the first time in over a century. but many of the world's top golfers have elected to opt out. Jason Day, Dustin Johnson, Jordan something, and Roy McIlroy, just to name the few names you won't be seeing in Rio due to Zika or, well, lack of interest. Speaking of athletes, you probably won't be seeing in Rio. Tiger Woods. He's not on that list either, dude.
I totally forgot about that Russian thing.
Yeah, Russian doping scandal. So I'm going to paraphrase this one.
Right?
The Russian athletes were reported to have engaged in doping, but it was found to be that it's too close to the Olympic Games to do really anything about it. So they're just like pretty much they decided against excluding them, and they're just going to put them through like hella testing.
How long ago did we talked about this? And it was like months or maybe a year ago we talked.
Isn't that appeasement? Isn't that the first step?
If they had instead like just asked the Russians to just bring in their like ex-KGB squads to be the Olympians, like it would have been perfect because like they trained them pretty rigorously, and also if I remember correctly, part of their training included like wading through like waist-high pools of pig's blood. If that doesn't give you some kind of like venereal disease, then
they don't have like blood. That's not pig shit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, leave that there long enough, and who knows what.
They also threw up all the cut up meat and everything in there too. Like they'll show them going under barbed wire and they can't go up and stuff like that. So it's just basically they're lying in a big thing of pig blood and all of its like body parts.
So they should have pretty resistant immune systems.
But if they lose,
but there's also could be really strong bacteria.
And bacteria evolves over time.
Well, I mean, the antibiotics that most of the Olympians have been taking right now, before that, will probably handle any of the bacteria that they encounter. But I was reading an article where it said like the virus count inside of like 3 teaspoons of the water that you find there is just like enough to knock anyone down. Like there's no way any of them are getting through the Olympics unscathed. In fact, I think one of the directors of the Olympics there was just saying, just keep your mouth closed.
Don't drink the water.
Like Sheldon just changed the song from Mexico to Brazil.
Yeah, so when the recommended advice is keep your mouth closed,
just drink liquor. You'll be fine. It's sanitary, right?
You just see like choppers just coming in and just dumping like vats of liquor inside the rivers and stuff.
Yeah, well, Bacardi 151 filled the rivers, guys.
I really don't understand why they're keeping like the Russians still in though. Like,
so here, all it says is the International Olympic Committee decided against excluding Russian athletes and has insisted to ban those who have previously served a doping suspension. The IOC also left it up to individual sports federations to decide whether the Russian athletes can compete in Rio. If in any case, you probably won't be seeing many Russians on the podium.
but like, will it be in their systems by the time the games are done or during the games, or because if that's the case, does it really matter if they compete?
I think that's why like everybody has to approve them. Like, I think the way that works is when they're gonna compete or they qualify, like they get to ask every other country if it's cool or not. Yeah. But I don't know. I think the thing that why they didn't kick them out was just like money's already been spent, and they're just like.
I mean, I feel like they can just compete, but like they can't win anything, and just more like
that might be another
just
thing. That might be like a backdoor thing. I'm not sure.
Here's a participation award.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Uninhabitable Olympic Village. Upon moving into the Olympic Village, several countries complained that the dorms were in unsatisfactory condition. Australia went as far as to send over 700 athletes to stay in hotels while the repairs were made. Plumbing and electrical problems were the most common issues, and an Australian representative said only 10 of the 31 buildings were inhabitable. You probably have better odds at a freshman dorm of your local state college.
That was the same situation they had at the World Cup.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing.
Yeah,
Shots
which
fired.
is, again, why
Always the same problem.
are they allowing this to still go on here? Severe water pollution was documented in the venues for sailing, rowing, and other water sports. As recently as the beginning of July, raw sewage was still flowing into Rio neighborhoods directly into the water, along with a large amount of trash. Rio's waters were also found to contain viruses up to 1.7 million times more hazardous than a beach in the U.S.
How much money do they make off the Olympics based off like how much they spend of these
Don't they lose money?
buildings?
Okay, so here's how that works.
Do they get subsidized from other governments or something?
The Rio will likely not make any money
Okay.
off the actual Olympics. What they'll make money on is tourism, people showing up and spending money in the bars and shit.
Is it going to be enough?
It's usually
because-
not. Most countries lose money on the Olympics because
Because like how I see it is they spend all the because they're spending the government money, right?
Yeah.
So if they just funnel that to the people rather than to the games, wouldn't they just give more money to the people rather than try to make profit off?
yeah.
I
So
don't know.
therein lies your issue with the Olympics. The Olympics are not like they do not make money for the country that it's in. They
And,
do
like-
not benefit the people because
But
supposedly like these housing and things are supposed to be for poor people. And that doesn't happen. The poor people can't fucking live there. That's worse than their current home.
But I mean, the Olympics aren't designed to make money in the first place, so
True,
that's
I know.
not the concern.
No, yeah, that isn't the concern. But the main problem is like, okay, so Rio thinks this will make them enough money, or this will at least drive interest into the country to boost tourism, right? Again,
Well, like
to make more
because like
money.
those buildings just stay there. Because I know in China,
Those
all
buildings
the
stay
there.
but like they're not like, used, I believe.
No, most of them aren't used. Well, especially the remember the stadiums and stuff.
Yeah, in
those
China.
don't get used.
I know.
The housing likely would have been. The
Okay.
housing probably did get used, but the actual stadiums would probably never get
Well,
used.
then you see like they have these shitty housing, so then the people are just gonna move into shitty housing.
Yeah, exactly. And
You remember like the Winter Games out in Russia, and they started making other buildings like, we need housing or whatever.
Oh, for the Winter Games.
yeah,
Yeah,
those
so
got made
cheap.
like months right before the
Yeah.
Olympics too. They didn't even spend the proper amount of time.
Yeah.
And so a big thing is that it does make money. The Olympics do make money. They just don't make money for the country. They make money for the Olympic Committee. The Olympic Committee has so much money, like how much they make based off ticket sales and merch sales and media relations sales and things like that, as well as like kickbacks to even get the Olympics. You know what I mean? Because first off, Rio just put in their vote, right? Oh, we want to run the Olympics. And then like past that, there's probably been bribes. And it's like, I say probably because I don't know where this statistic was, but it was like, there's a certain bribe given. Or
And
like,
who in their right mind puts an
Rio.
Olympic host in like a third world country?
exactly. So it was a bribe, and that's why like the was it the World Cups in the that desert country, right?
Was Dubai?
Qatar.
Or I don't even know.
It's in the middle of the desert, and like the thing is they're gonna have to build, right? And then like the games are gonna be held in like 120-degree weather, and they're just like, we'll build a stadium indoors. And like that country is notorious for using slave labor, so morally they shouldn't have it there because who's gonna build that stadium, and they're just like, we have no evidence that they're gonna use slave labor to build the stadium. They said they wouldn't, so here you go. They paid more money than everybody else did, and then the U.S. was trying to host one of the Olympics like in the future, and then I think that another country like in the Middle East got it too, and they used slave labor to build their shit, and it's just like because the U.S. didn't want to play ball and giving so much money, and then most United States cities didn't want to put in their bid because they're just like, we're gonna lose money on this.
Yeah.
I think there was like LA said they would do it, Boston said they would do it, and Chicago said they would do it, and mainly because most of those cities already had the infrastructure. Like LA's proposed plan was like, well, we have a bunch of football stadiums, and by that time we'll have the big one, obviously.
Yeah, by
then
20
they're gonna have they have Dodger Stadium, Angel Stadium, and then the one for USC was supposed to be remodeled by then too, the
Yeah,
Coliseum.
the Coliseum.
Did
So
they
that's
ever
gonna be
even reuse like old Olympic buildings? Or,
Coliseum?
Yeah.
The Coliseum is now
The Coliseum
Yeah.
was
USC's
the
football.
Olympic building in
Oh,
the 80s.
okay.
So yeah, they
Right
use
now,
it.
It's being used for like the Rams.
And when they
training.
did the housing was used as apartments, and then college dorms weren't there?
I think
One
college
of the
dorms, so-
universities?
yeah.
I wonder if there's just like stats or like a sheet
Like
of like
what
what
gets used?
what's getting used and what's not getting used.
Yeah.
That'd be
That
kind of
would be
interesting.
really good to look at. But like those cities, and obviously we live close there, so I can't say what Chicago has or what Boston has. But like Boston was proposing that they just use like the East Coast, like a lot of the East Coast, because it's easy to travel to.
Yeah.
And that makes sense too. But like those cities already have the infrastructure, and like the main part is they have the housing, because when the Olympics are held, schools aren't in session, so they can use the local university housing for the village.
Okay.
So like say if they had it in Los Angeles, they have USC and UCLA in that general area, plus private universities around
That would fund the schools too,
It would fund
Yeah.
the schools as well.
or it would fund that school.
That
so.
school, yeah. Well, for UCLA, the money would be given to the UC system, not specifically to that university. Money would be funneled to that university to pay for it, but most of the money would be held by the UC system.
I mean, it'll probably get a good chunk of it.
Oh yeah, but it would. I mean, benefit. You know, and
obviously.
then just the fact that Los Angeles is has so much stuff, it would benefit a lot because a lot of the stuff is already there. But there's still no mention of the bribe money that has to be paid to get it. So it's like, are you really gonna make that back or not? Probably not.
Yeah, at this point,
It's all tourism.
the Olympics in 1936 Nazi Germany is looking a lot better than it is for Rio de Janeiro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least they had running water.
And a lot of the money goes to just the opening ceremony. Like, you see how much production
is it?
goes into
NBC is not even airing live because they want to put the United States last in correct. They said correct alphabetical order. Ooh. And then they also want to make sure that it's cut up and properly edited to convey the correct message to Americans, because we might not get the culture. And I'm like, so you're just gonna censor it, right? That's what you're doing.
You're basically doing what Russia did when they failed to do the 4 rings.
Yeah, and so because they're like, oh, in is it Portuguese? The United States is not last. It's the Estados Unidos, like in Spanish, similar to Spanish, right?
Yeah.
So it's in the direct middle. So they're just like, we think that Americans will tune out as soon as they see the American team. And I'm like, you're probably right.
But they're also
You're
probably not gonna
fucking
watch
it up. They're probably not
everything.
gonna watch everything anyway.
No.
You're fucking it up. What's your problem?
You know, isn't it 5 rings? 5
Or-
Olympic rings?
Is it? Oh, yeah. maybe.
Well, I mean,
Jeez, Gus,
honestly,
you work
there
for
shouldn't
Russia?
even be 5. There should be 4 because Europe doesn't count as a continent.
Ooh.
Jesus, Isaac, you're
Shots
just
fired.
firing
Wrong.
shots. Why doesn't it count as a continent?
Because it's
Aren't there 7 continents?
because tectonically speaking, like sitting
there we
on
go.
tectonic plates, Europe doesn't count as a continent.
So why do we count it?
Because most of history is Eurocentric. Like, can you think about how much like hubris there is in saying the Dark Ages? The Dark Ages weren't dark. It was just Europe didn't have any like thing going on then.
They didn't have any
People that did have something going on were in the Middle East.
Mm-hmm.
You think like
And
people
now they
stopped
use
reading
slave labor,
Aristotle
Isaac.
and Plato?
And now they use slave labor to build our soccer stadiums.
Yeah, they do.
So who's in the Dark Ages now?
well, I
All of
mean,
us.
But the point is, like,
No, I get
all
you.
of history,
It's
all of
Eurocentric.
written history that we learn is Eurocentric because the people we learn it from came from Europe, and they think Europe is the greatest. That's just my.
To be completely fair, I would rather live in Europe, in Western Europe, somewhere, than in the Middle East. To be
Admittedly.
completely fair.
I thought you were gonna say.
I would
I thought you were
admit
gonna say
to that,
America,
too.
and I was like, hold up.
Oh,
Yeah.
wait a minute.
But I'm just saying,
European problems and American problems are almost nearly the same, so it makes no fucking difference other than the language you speak.
I mean,
they still have homeless people.
people,
Yeah.
people's like forget the contribution to other. Like,
Oh no, other
places.
yeah.
because like
Other places
even our
are
number
major.
system isn't.
No, it's Arabic.
European. It's Arabic.
So is our language or alphabet.
Right. So I mean, these people just no.
But again,
Yeah,
I would
Europe
rather
doesn't-
live somewhere over there.
Yeah, but Europe does not count as a continent. I think India has a better chance of being considered.
But
a
it's
continent.
separated from the mountains. I'm just kidding.
No, Gus, no.
No.
Yeah, India, I think, holds a better shot of being considered its own continent because it's literally sitting on a different tectonic plate.
It's sitting on its own plate. So what's it considered under right now? Asia?
Yeah, it's always been.
Yeah,
It's always been Asia.
considered Asian, but like,
But it's on its own plate.
Yeah.
And nothing else exists on that plate.
yeah, you get the Tibetan mountains and stuff, like the Himalayas, because India is smashing its way into Asia.
Oh. Interesting.
Isaac, you gotta bribe some people now so you can get your way.
Get rid of that 5th ring.
No, yeah, they're 5 rings. Let's count. Yeah. Freaking Olympics. I don't know.
I think it's bogus.
It's funny because I didn't know about the golfers, like, what's his, McIlroy? He wasn't going to do it because it's going to be in Brazil, and it's like, this is not a good opening for golf coming back. This is going to be bad.
Well, I gotta go, guys. So.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
So
We'll probably
maybe,
close up in a few
yeah.
minutes.
Adios.
But okay. Well, we'll see you. We'll see you later, Alejandro. Yep. All right.
Careful.
Uh oh.
Someone should have 2 minutes.
All right, who's dual wielding?
Are you gonna have stereo now?
Yeah.
Which one
Stereo.
is it?
So you got to play your alter ego. Just take off the glasses.
Just do the Batman gravelly voice.
I'm Batman.
Yeah.
I'm Batman. All right. Anyway, I don't know. Is there anything else anybody wanted to bring up on the Olympics, or should we continue reading that article, or are we good?
I think people generally got the idea that it's really crappy over there.
Yeah, it sucks.
Like, literally crappy.
If they didn't get it from the World Cup, they have it now.
Yeah, you get it now. Oh yeah, that was pretty much it. Infrastructure delays, and that kind of goes hand in hand with the other one. And doping lab
Pretty much the same stuff.
was suspended and stopped them from conducting tests, so they can't even check if people are doping. Their lab's been suspended.
Yeah, it's already too late.
Wow. All right. Well,
And they're like, what you gonna do? It's too late now.
it's too late now.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I would put in a vote to say these Olympics don't count.
Dang.
These Olympics don't
Are you a Russian? Is that what's happening now?
I've been found out.
Isaac supports Russia confirmed.
Oh,
2016. That's true. Pretty much.
He's a sleeper cell.
Oh gosh.
All right. Well, anyway. All right. Well, this has been it for this week's BNP podcast. It was a little shorter,
Yeah, it was.
just by a tiny bit. Yeah, the shots. This will be the episode in which shots were fired at everybody.
No one was safe.
No one was safe. Yeah.
The one that fired shots.
The one that fired shots. There you go. It'll just be a picture of Isaac for the thumbnail. All right.
But like Photoshop a cowboy hat on him, and there you go.
You should just Photoshop him as Han Solo and then someone's Guido.
Guido or Greedo. Guido.
I don't like Guidos.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. That'll be really good. That'll be funny.
Guido.
That's a type of person.
Yeah. God damn it. All right. Anyway, this has been it for the Bits and Pieces podcast. As always, I'm your host, Nick, joined with
Gus.
Isaac.
and our last remaining guest.
Jose.
And so remember to subscribe to the podcast at shoutengine.com/BNP podcast and subscribe to our YouTube channel at YouTube. Search the BNP podcast, the Bits and Pieces podcast, BNP podcast, any combination of those will do. It'll take you to our YouTube page. You can also visit bit.ly/BNP video podcast, and that'll take you to a playlist with all our video podcasts that are currently uploaded. And then from there, you can click on other things that we have, like our Pokemon Go video, or like our upcoming new Pokemon Go video, which is still upcoming. You can check out our Extra Life videos at bit.ly/BNP Extra Life videos, correct?
I believe
Yeah.
so.
Yeah, and then you can also check out our Extra Life campaign at bit.ly/BNP team. That gives you my face, Gus's face, and Miguel's face, who is not with us this week. And you can read all about our personal stories about why we decided to join Extra Life and why we want to help out. That also obviously takes you to the official website where you can read more about Extra Life. Or you can watch our videos at the previous link.
Yep.
And you can find out about Extra Life that way. The Extra Life stream is on November 5th, starting at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So we'll be here playing video games, playing card games, doing all sorts of fun stuff for 24 hours. So go ahead and stick it out with us. Donate what you can, and watch us do all kinds of silly things. I don't have the stretch goal list in front of me right now. I can get it, however, and
Bring
I can confirm
coffee.
what's up.
Bring
Yeah.
coffee. Bring cocaine. Don't bring cocaine.
Yeah,
Remember the golden rule for X Life? For the kids.
yeah, for the kids.
Yeah.
Here we go. I have the
Make me
stretch
cut my
goal
hair and
list
dye
right
it.
here. Okay, so the stretch goal list that has already been confirmed is PT playthrough between 10 and midnight to kick off the Too Spooky for Me block of the stream. $100. It was already met. My amiibo is better than your amiibo. Smash Bros. Battle with only amiibos, 3 stock battle, $125. I believe that was met as well. Right? Yeah, that should be met. We also have Nick, Rudy, and Gus Vegas spanking video release. I know everybody wants to see that. That'll be live during the November 5th Extra Life stream at some point, and then after it goes live on the stream, I will be posting it to YouTube so that way everybody can see it. $150. That has also been met. I believe we've met up to $200. Yeah. Let's put it that way. Impromptu rap battle. Random names from all attendees at the stream will be drawn. 1v1 substitutions allowed. It'll be less of a rap battle, more of a
Poetry slam.
less of a poetry slam, more of a pick your favorite rap song, sing along to it, and whoever's flow is the best or most mimics the original rapper.
Oh, I thought you were going to go the roasting route.
It can be a roasting route, but I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings.
Okay.
So upcoming next, I'll have to put another stretch goal in. I know there's some for Gus's hair, but the next one that I have written down is Four Locos Drinking Four Locos, suggested by Rudy. 4 21-plus members of the BNP family will buy into a contest of $5 each. The first to finish their chosen Four Loko donates an additional $1. The second place donates an additional $5. Third place donates $10, and fourth place donates an additional $15 for a total of $51 donated for the kids. That'll be $250. So please donate, and this benefits all the kids at Chalk and CHLA hospitals. So go ahead and donate, and the winner of that contest will be officially likely addicted to alcohol.
Does the money that gets donated from that count towards the next stretch goal?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Any money that gets donated for any of these. So say if we decide to make bets on the amiibo battle, that all goes towards the next stretch goal because it'll just get deposited right in. Right. It won't be on the counter immediately since it's all cash, so I have to put it in. But I'll try to keep enough cash in my bank account to just donate immediately. Mm-hmm. So that'll behind the scenes that'll probably be something we do. Is just okay. We got $51. I know that stretch goal is gonna get met, so I'll just make sure before the stream that day, I'll make sure just to have like an extra $100 just in case there's we want to make bets. Okay, cool, and I can just make the donation straight up from my bank account, and then just it'll put it into the Extra Life. It'll put it on our little ticker, and then it'll count so that way we can update it. But I'll also keep track of all cash donations on my computer. So that way we can update our stretch goal list. So even if there might be a discrepancy between what's on the screen and what's actually donated, in the positive, meaning like there might be say $200 on the screen, but we actually have $300 donated just because there was cash donations that have not yet been entered on there.
Yeah.
Cash donations get sent in with check or money order, and then they get added to our ticker after they're confirmed. Right. So it takes a couple days for them to get confirmed. But yeah, so that's how that works. And then the next one up there is a really long stretch. We'll be putting more in between. But Isaac of the BNP Podcast plays The Binding of Isaac and takes 1 drink per death or 1 shot every 3 deaths. Up to 3 deaths will count for those shots, or 3 sets of deaths. So you only maximum either be taking 3 shots or by 1 drink, I mean of whatever it is. That you decide to drink.
A swig.
Yeah.
What are you gonna drink, Isaac? Scotch on the rocks.
And we'll
something
time
classy?
limit. We'll time
Some
limit
Grand
you.
Marnier.
I think we'll still do 9. We'll do 9 deaths total because that'll be 3 sets of 3 deaths. But if you choose the regular route, you're taking a swig each death. If you choose the shots, you'll be taking 1 shot per 3 deaths.
I still haven't even gotten around to practicing on that game.
It's fine. We'll give you practice time. Don't worry about it. We're not going to throw you in blind. But that'll be at $420.69. So you guys got about $200 or $220 to go on that one. So if you want to see Isaac get turnt and go ham trying to play Binding of Isaac, gotta get your donations in. But
Does he get any pre-shots?
Isaac can do whatever he wants beforehand. Isaac can do whatever he wants beforehand. Just do not spit anywhere on the floor. But don't worry, it'll be good stuff. It's not gonna be cheap shit. Anyway.
He's a kinky liqueur kind of guy. I can tell already.
Yeah, what? Kinky liqueur.
It's like glittery liquor.
I'll just take shots of Hypnotic, dude. Straight. You'll want to end up just drinking that.
The whole thing by
problem.
yourself.
No,
Yeah.
151 Bacardi.
wanna die?
Don't drink that.
Anyway, so once again, we are the Bits and Pizza Podcast, and we will see you guys on the next one. This has been Nick,
Gus?
Isaac?
And Jose.
and we're signing off. So we will see you guys in the next episode. Thanks for listening, and thanks for watching.